Hey guys, we're back. We're going to be working on Vince's 4L60E today, so...
It's a grenade.
It is a grenade, so this might be fruitless. We might be rebuilding this for nothing because it's going behind this big ol' 408 stroker, 6.7 liter, and then eventually twin turbo setup. This is for his NA setup because he's not turboing it right away, as far as I know. So we've gotten quite a collection of parts and stuff to kind of like keep it alive or band-aid fix it. Basically,
overkill, I swear.
Yeah, basically this thing started life in his 2001 Trans Am and just NA. He put like long tube headers and some intake stuff, and in the process of that going to the track he ran like a 12.7 or something like that. But as it progressed, it's 1 to 2 shift had lots of problems. What exactly happened?
No, it was the 2 to 3. So
yeah.
2 to 3, we'd be at wide open throttle, and we'd get to where it should shift to third, and we'd just bounce off the rev limiter. We just wouldn't
refuse.
Go. I'd have to let off the gas, it would shift, and then I'd have to get back on the throttle.
Yeah, it's not what you want when you're at the track or trying to go fast. So at that point, he bought a Monster transmission, like 500 horsepower rated transmission from Monster Transmissions, and we did the whole video swapping it. But just a couple months ago, Vince was diagnosing some other issues with O2 sensors and some breaking up issues.
Yeah.
And what happened?
I didn't even give it that much throttle. I gave it like a third, half throttle.
Yeah.
And I heard bang. And we had neutrals. All neutrals. Every gear's neutral. We don't move.
So that is in his Trans Am right now. It's down at the moment, waiting for the new motor and the rebuilt transmission. So Vince got a lot of parts here. Got a Transgo shift kit. What is this here? Is this
This is a Alto rebuild kit.
Full Alto rebuild kit with all the clutches and new band filter and all that. Also, here, do you mind moving that?
A little more than you were bargaining for, but I figured
you
said rebuild, so
me looking into it, I'm just like, okay, let's do the shift kit, let's do band, let's do the sun shell, and call it a day. And yeah,
we're doing that totally.
Whole replacement. And then we also in here have the sun shell. This is a TCI sun shell.
They didn't have the Sonics one in stock, but they did have this one. And TCI has been good to me anytime I've used their products. So.
Here, you mind? There we go. So, yeah. One thing about these, if you want to hold it here, is the thing that breaks primarily on these 4L60Es is this gear on the sun shell. So that breaks, you lose pretty much all forward gears.
Yep.
Not saying that's what happened with Vince's. It could have been part of it, but that gets sheared off. So
we have yet to diagnose the old one. You'll know whenever we start the swap because we'll probably get in there and look.
Yeah, we got the mount here, so we can really dig into it. Sonax. What are these?
Drum reinforcement kit.
Oh right, yeah. New seals.
Solenoids.
Oh cool. Oh yeah,
Corvette
this is a good
servo.
one. Yeah, good Corvette servo. So this is something you can pretty much do on any 4L60E. It just makes the shifts more affirmative, faster, and it's pretty easy to swap out. Maybe not in the car so much. I've seen people do it. And it's not just, like, you could do it on any 4L60E, even your trucks.
Yeah.
So it'll make the shifts faster and more affirmative, which is pretty cool. So we got a lot ahead of us. I mean, we're going to look at this, basically what order of operation, what we're going to have to do. You can see where he took out the pan. We're going to do some more cleaning, so we got lots of, space to put our stuff. You got the tail housing out there. We're going to replace that with the one from his Trans Am because this is a different one.
It is the wrong one.
Yeah. Probably dump out some more fluid, but we're going to remove the pin here, be able to remove the pump, remove all the wiring, the valve body. Pump will come out, and with that, there is, after that, you can take the whole input shaft out. That has a drum with clutches in it, and then you remove the actual drum band, and under that there is, I believe, is a planetary gear.
Yeah.
A planetary gear set. You remove that, and then it's a clutch pack drum inside the sun gear or the sun shell. That's as far as I really wanted to go, but we're gonna go deeper than that. There's a lot of, clutches and other rebuild parts for it. It's a pretty small transmission. So I'm pretty sure it'll go fast, but yeah, I'm just refreshing the whole thing. So not sure how much we're going to be showing because we do want to get this done. This isn't necessarily like a how-to video. There are some pretty in-depth how-to videos on these rebuilds. I found, I'll see about linking it. I found a newer YouTuber guy who did it, and he did a very excellent overview and how-to video on how to do these. So I'll see about linking that, but yeah, we're gonna go ahead and get started here. All right, guys, so we got some cardboard placed out here. I already got one of the solenoids out. Basically, the first thing to do is to remove the solenoid that I just showed you over there from right here, and then
Careful of snap ring flying.
Yeah, we lost the snap ring, which I actually might have a spare, like sitting around here when I did the other transmission stuff. I think it came with like new ones. Yeah, my old my Transgo kit over there might have some. This Transgo shift kit might even just have replacements. But anyways, once you have that solenoid out, this long guy pulls out there, 210 mils. This holds the pump. So once that's out, basically it's good and safe to get out. These are some, what are these? You got 13 mil. Just breaking these loose. There you got it. Ooh. Cool. There we go. We're also, we're going to want to take the Teflon ring off here.
Yeah. Because
that will prevent the thing from coming up, but it's just a little tiny.
Little O-rings on them.
Oh, got to keep those too. Got to make sure we mark which ones these are. But yeah, let's get this guy out. Just a little snap ring, or a little Teflon ring. There we go. Easy enough to get under. We're just going to do that. And then the whole process for taking the pump off, they actually make a tool that presses on the input shaft here and pulls this up. We don't got that tool, so we're going to try doing it ourselves. Basically get a screwdriver or some type of pry tool under here. I believe you can access it from below as well, just to lift it up, and you work it, bit by bit, kind of all around, and it'll come out. So we're going to mark all these. Might even put these like in a corner right on them, like, pump bolts or something like that. Just keep everything organized. We have sandwich bags and sticky notes to label anything more intricate. Also, like the solenoid, if you don't need to, you could just put the bolts back if you don't need to leave them out. Makes things easier. But yeah, we're just going to continue. Get the pump out. That'll expose a bunch of the innards. All right, guys, so basically you're able to get in here with a pry bar and pry up on the pump. You can see the ring, it's out. What we found works is pry up a little bit, and I kind of messed up that just a little bit. It's not the end of the world, but get something on that, tap it, the whole pump will rotate, and then you just crank up on one side, rotate a little bit, crank up till the seal's broken. It popped up. So now we can remove the whole thing. Yeah, I could. Yep. And if you lift or flip it over real quick, you can see came with a seal. This was actually broken right here when we looked at it. So all this is good. We can place this somewhere. Let me go ahead. Here, we can use the old pan for right now. Yeah, there we go. And now this whole thing should lift up. You can see this is the band right here and the pin on the side from the servo. So that engages some of the gears there. Yeah, I can pull up on this, pull the whole thing out. We do need more like cardboard space for this. Also in here, this whole drum, if we were just doing the sun shell, we wouldn't really break into. But since we got all the new clutches and everything, we will do that. Also a, what was it, the drum support?
Yeah, there's a like reinforcement kit for the drum.
Yeah, so we'll have to figure that out. We really do need some more fucking working space. I'll put some cardboard maybe on top of the tires here, and we can put some stuff on there. We're going to tidy up, but this, if you look, should lift out. Yeah, I can do it. I don't want to do it while I'm holding the camera. Just want to be careful, but I'd have to say this whole kit with, or I mean the whole mounting thing here makes it so easy. Working just straight down on this so that all the clutches should line up much easier. If we had to do this on a bench or on the ground or on a table, only working laterally or whatever, that would suck.
Yeah.
So, yep, we can take this out. I don't know if you want to give it a shot here. Just lift it up. Maybe we should get a spot first.
Yeah. Let's have a spot set.
Get some cardboard. I'm going to put some cardboard on this, and then we can put it there. All right, guys, we got some cardboard here. Vince is going to lift this whole drum assembly out. I need some wiggling.
We're stuck on something, it feels like.
Maybe it's some...
I think it's right here. This guy, I think, is catching this slip.
I don't think the drum comes out with it. Drum stays in there as far as I know. Oh, I see what you mean.
Yeah.
You got it. Here, grab it.
Got you.
Kind of heavy.
A little bit.
Nice. Yep, so we want to just look at this real quick. Got this seal here, or whatever this is. Yeah, that's the old band. We should compare it to the new one in thickness. And you can see the outside of the sun shell right here. Planetary. All really cool. Oh, that was not the right one.
Alto, get over here.
Oh, right, yeah. New band. It's a little bit beefier. You can see how much wider it is. Got maybe like half an inch wider.
Feel the,
New material.
yeah, the kevlar.
Oh, that's smooth as hell. That is worn out, and it's grooved. Damn. That'll be a sizable, upgrade. More band clamping force on it. You also see this got kind of hot once or twice in its life.
I might have done some burnouts and stuff.
Yeah.
There might be an outro video that kind of demonstrates the abuse it got.
Here, try lifting that up. Maybe that's reinforcement? We'd have to look. But there's some clutches there. Fit over these splines. It's got to line everything up. We'll do more looking into this. We're not going to touch this just yet. But it's cool seeing it out here. We got separate areas for some of our stuff, so keep them as separate as possible. This planetary, if you want to take a photo in here, it's good to take photos. But you can see where these solenoids engage here and there. Pretty sweet. This guy should just lift up now. Maybe grab from the sides of the sun shell, yeah. Or is there a snap ring on there? There might be a ring in there that we need to take out. Yeah, I can see it actually. That yellow ring.
Yep.
So we got snap rings. We're definitely not doing that on camera. It'll just be bad angles.
Yeah,
no. But look how gutted it's getting. It's almost halfway out. Those are first through third or 1 and 2. At least 1 and 2. And then we got the whole tail housing, but we got to start going through all these and seeing what they do. Also, I think some of them need to be soaked in trans fluid for a bit before they get in.
There's a lot of studying we have to do as we go through this.
Yep, and I might just reference a video. We might need to do some valve body stuff too, but we can get this stuff out and then do the valve body stuff separate. They don't really need to be dependent on each other. So, yeah, we're going to go ahead and continue with this. All right, guys, we got that C-clip out. Pretty easy. Yeah, you could take them out separately if you wanted.
Yes. Leave it together for now.
Planetary. Yep. And this is the sun shell that typically breaks right on there. I can't tell the difference between like the upgraded ones and the non-upgraded ones, but this looks like it's been handled before. It's got like marks on the side. Yeah, and this portion right in here, yeah, there's a sun shell, or the sun, or planetary, God, can't speak right now. Yeah, compared to the new one.
I can already see one of the differences. You can see this one's heat treated.
Oh, yeah.
This one's heavier.
Which one is?
This one.
Yeah.
This one's a fair bit lighter, actually.
Yeah, let's look into it. This is beefier. If we have to transfer, it's not a big deal. I think it just pops out. This is actually as far as I wanted to go with the upgrades, because we have the new Sun Shell. We could replace some of the first to second gear clutches. Yeah, place Sun Shell, new band, and then do the Corvette servo and shift kit. So it's about halfway. I mean, if we want to stop, we can, but we can go deeper. Just have to figure it out. Oh, there's a new thing there, some new shims. This filter is garbage, I believe. All these new things. Yeah, man. I don't know if you want to do all these. We'd have to get.
No, we have to, Davis.
We'd have to get like a freaking hydraulic press.
Do it now.
Oh, is there instructions? That might be useful. I don't even know.
You ready to learn some stuff?
Nope. Yeah, we'll just have to look at these. It might be marked what is what, but yeah, we're just going to continue with this, probably figure out what our next move is, and then continue. All right, guys, we had something a little unexpected. So we were inspecting this, and in here is this whole deal. So the whole output shaft, or whatever you call this, fell out. Here, grab the top part. Take this out. So this is the center of some planetary gears that are in here. This lines up with this. Falls in, and you know, also the seal. And then this was just in the center hanging.
Yeah. We thought something was holding this in there. It was actually just being held up by the splines. As soon as we wiggled it, it fell out.
Yeah.
So don't do what we did and drop it.
So I'm going to put this here so we know where that goes. And we're going to flip it upside down. Might spill a bunch of freaking trans fluid everywhere, but that's fine. And then we get the fun job of just identifying these clutches and swapping them. Here, I'm going to sit down the camera so I can adjust the bucket in case it spills anywhere. All right, guys, so we did some investigating. So we do just take this out. Basically, this ring was just holding that in, and you take a hammer and pop out the bottom. Looking at it, this is just the low reverse gear. And
something to do with reverse. If we have parts for it, we'll pop it out. If we don't, we're going to leave it be.
Because reverse, I mean... We probably have the parts for it, but is it worth it? Anyways, we have a lot more knowledge on this. We watched like this guru just manhandle.
This man knows everything. He's just throwing parts around.
I'll link that one definitely because it was super useful. So basically what we learned is when this is going from second to third gear, there is basically clutches that are inside here that might activate faster than this band releases. So you're in second gear. This band is active. It's not allowing the case to rotate. And when your transmission commands third gear, the servo acts on the band to release it, but typically the clutches in here engage too quickly, which would put you in two gears, so it wouldn't let you. That's why he was getting locked out.
Yeah.
So it's the issue is actually in here, which originally I didn't think we would want to touch, but you know, there's clips in here. You can actually see one, I think, from the side. There's clips in here that are crucial for being in there. They basically allow the clutches to, it's like a, I don't know how to, it's like softer for the clutches to engage. They're
refer to the video
tension,
in the description.
Yeah, tension things, I don't know. But basically the goal, and with the upgraded band that we got, it's going to be even harder for it to disengage. So good thing we're doing this, but this is pretty much all you really need to tear apart, unless you want to touch the other stuff.
Unless something's broken down in there or needs dressed, or if you have parts that need to go in there.
Yeah.
If we do, we'll pull it, we'll do it, but...
Exactly. So this is pretty much almost ready to go back in. We just got to start messing with this stuff. We've got, I mean, remove this clip right here, which is really easy. Get the new clutches in. I believe what he said was, shit, I forget which one this is. I think this is, in here is the 3 and 4. Pretty much all the forward gears are in this. So this is, oh yeah, this is reverse. And then the other clutches are in here. So yeah, very informational. We just gotta take this apart now.
We'll be doing much referencing in this man's video.
Yep. See in there, there's one of those other snap rings, just like this one here. these are actually really easy to get out. And then all these clutches that are lined up in here come out. Another really cool thing that he showed in the video is how to test this before he put it back, because you can see on here the input shaft has all these holes. These are hydraulic areas where fluid is pumped through to engage them. So you can put compressed air and you actually see the band push forward and engage. So very cool. And also that's where the hardened reinforced drum thing is for the input shaft, whatever it is. But yeah, this would also be a good time to put like a better input shaft, but we'll probably be fine. Okay. There are other stuff that we might just, you know, wait to do, because there might be some stuff. There are some tips in that video that we watched where, you know, we're like, oh, that makes sense. We might want to replace that while we're in here. So we're going to continue with this. Pretty much the rest of the stuff we got to do is in here. So got the new sun shell. All of it's going to go easily back in. Like say we were to, everything's done, put this guy back in there, put the sun shell, or I guess put the input in that sun gear, this guy. This also, surprisingly, this sun gear looks in very good condition compared to what I saw.
Yeah, they were saying they could get beat pretty hard, and that one doesn't look too bad.
It looks really good. Yeah, it almost looks new. Like, looks really good. So those go back in, and then we get the sun shell, which sits on the outside of the sun gear here, which also looks good. He was also saying this, the sun shell goes out when you're basically going from reverse, like you're reversing out and the car's still in motion, putting it in drive.
Do a full stop and then go to drive.
You're
putting stress on your sun shell, so don't do it.
Yep. So
be patient. Take the extra half second.
Yeah. Get this back in, and then sun shell on that planetary. I guess this, and then the planetary, and then we put the what was it? This guy or this one on?
Stuff in reverse. The things and watch the video in reverse.
Yeah, it's really simple. Honestly, rebuilding one of these.
I thought this was going to be the most daunting, scary thing I've ever done.
Yeah, it's really cool just doing this yourself. Like if you're, you know, intermediate in, you know, car stuff, if you build your own motor and stuff, rebuilding a transmission, automatic transmission, doable. Yep. Once we have the innards done, it's just valve body stuff. And in my opinion, valve body stuff's even easier. You just got to make sure you don't lose anything. Replace the valve body, do everything that they have in the kit, and we're looking pretty good. Yeet. New solenoids, new, you know, better stuff, springs. Well, I guess the Corvette servo, that's a little bit different, but yeah, man, little easier than I thought it was going to be. Just got to watch some of it more. Yep, so we're going to go ahead and crack into this and continue. All right, guys, so got this on its side, got the snap ring out. We're going to have to maybe even do this on video just to categorize all of it, but this is all ready to come out, basically. You can see him come out like that. Oh, fuck. Yeah, and these were the sprags. These are the dampeners, like we said, for that. So yeah, let's bring them out together. Some might fall.
Remember the springs.
Remember the springs. I guess some people don't install these springs back on.
That's how you kill your transmission.
Wait. I just want to see where they go. They go in between the two chonkers.
Gotcha. Between the chonkers.
You can see here, if we kind of line it up here, let me put it back in. These springs go in between the chonkers. And I don't remember. They were facing this way upward, right?
I believe so.
Okay.
Anything we can refer to his video and see.
Yeah, but they just go on there. They just dampen the engagement of the clutch, because when air gets pushed on this side here, not air, sorry, fluid gets pushed on it, engages all of them. And you want it to be a nice, even, slow engagement for the band to have enough time to disengage. So put that first in line here, and it's facing that way, basically. Just like that. Second one. Okay.
Yeah, more clutches.
At least what these ones kind of came out on it. So these ones are in a different box, I think. They're probably over there in that one.
We don't know what we're doing, but we have Google.
Yep. And then these last clutches, I think, come out with the input shaft, or no? I don't want to dump it on its face, but we might have to. Just kind of cock-eyeing it. Here, hold the camera real quick.
Gotcha.
Bruh. You really get stuck in there? And there's that seal. That's actually one of the big seals that we got.
So we can replace that one, potentially.
Yeah, maybe. Wait, I think it's like pressed out. At this point, nothing else comes out. Yeah. Alright guys, so we just got the first one here done. Basically, we cracked open the new clutches and everything and started with the first one in order. Got them one at a time. So got new clutches and new, whatever plates for the first one. So this one is all good. We're just going by look. So now we're going to move on to this one. So basically, in essence, we would take this way, faces inwards. So I guess like in that way. So take one at a time, start at the bottom, put a plate down. If we have a replacement, replace it. Just go order one at a time. We're going to really try focusing on this because we do not want to mess it up. All right, guys, we just wrestled this thing. So we really, unfortunately, didn't show any of the stuff going on in here.
We need hands.
I need hands for both of it. But basically, my advice to you would be keep good detail of the order of the clutches. We ballparked it, looking at the footage and just from our memories. But I definitely recommend looking up a video. Make sure that stuff gets lined up and 2 people to do the snap ring. But we got these ones in at least, so that's all ready to go. All new clutches. Also, we did not put these in dry. We did let these soak a little bit. These ones need to be soaked. But these are the last ones that line up here. Get those springs in. And then we have the final one here. This one is actually thinner and looser.
Yep.
So this one should be easier to do than the one that we just put in. Dear God.
I think we should link both videos we referred to.
Yeah, definitely.
Just because both are helpful. One kind of gives you a lot of tips and tricks on disassembly and what you should do as upgrades. This other guy just shows you how to put all this shit back in here.
One at a time.
Yeah.
Yeah, basically there's like steels and there's also a flex ring too that goes in there to dampen, or at least like it's kind of like it's almost like a ring like this, but it's a spring, so it makes it gentler when it shifts. So there's stuff you gotta know about this, and we figured it out. So all the splines are 100% lined up. Basically put this carrier in first and lined it up with it. So those are all good. These ones don't necessarily have something like that. We need to find whatever one in here first. I don't know where that went.
It's somewhere.
Was it
I think it might be that guy.
this one? No, this is the sun gear for the sun shell. It was something or other.
We'll figure it out.
Not these
We'll
ones.
refer
Right?
more to the man's video. He'll probably tell us.
Yeah, but yeah, we got these clutches for the reverse switch. We just take out that and then line them up, I guess. Those spline up with something. We got the new band, but we're making some progress. It's taken us some time to learn this again, or learn this rather. But yeah, we'll refer to some video and we'll be back. Guys, we got the reverse gear here. Just one of these snap rings. Literally just goes in this order. So we'll just be getting the new clutches and whatnot set for it. So it looks like, do we have these ones?
Should. Let's see.
Yeah, those look like them. Oh no, those are dose.
Those are dose?
Yep.
Okay.
And these ones,
That might
this is a flex one as well.
Yeah, that one is definitely.
Okay.
So.
Well, we're going to go over these just like we did before. Unfortunately, probably not show much. Just go over them. And we'll be back. All right, people. We made some more progress. So basically, we just did all the clutches in this.
So this one's a pain to install, the lower clutch race for the new sun shell.
Basically, if you remove that bearing there. So right in there, you can see how that grooved or spline part. I don't know if you're going to catch it on camera. But basically, that is a race like this. And there's a new one to use the new TCI sun shell. And to install it, it would not go in. There are bearings that sit on the outside of this. all around it. And when you would place it down, it would hit the top of the bearing needle or whatever you call it and get stuck. So we didn't want to take out the whole back. Turns out it was pretty easy. So just at the bottom here, we just got the input shaft in, splined, and then knocked it out with the retaining clip out, obviously. And there gave us easy access to all the clutches. Everything lined up. It was perfectly fine. And then put the new one in.
There's new clutches in there too, even though we didn't intend to do them.
Now we have new clutches everywhere. The whole input drum, the whole reverse clutch, and then this is the low reverse. I don't even know.
Fuck if I know. There's clutches there. They're replaced now.
Yep. We have the sun gear in place on the new one. We also have that bearing. So this is going to go in here. Let you do the honors. Yep. That'll just slide right in. You might want to do it like that. Yep. And just spin it. It'll fall in place. Yep. Booyah. And now all we have to do is put the planetary in there. Or no, do we already do
that? No. We'll figure it out.
I'm so brain dead.
We're tired. We've been tired since we started the day, and it's only gotten worse since we had to fight this.
Yeah, definitely. Let me try and think. What else do we have? I guess, yeah, let's put this back up through.
The video as to what came out when.
I think this just goes up through. Oh, then we put the C-clip on this.
Okay.
That was kind of a bitch. So we're going to struggle with putting the C-clip back on this guy. Sits on, I believe, right there. I'm not sure. Sits on the output shaft up there to hold the output shaft from falling through. Then once that's in, we can put the that drum. I guess that through.
That goes together with that, then the band goes on that, then stuff goes inside.
Yeah, so we'll try to show it. We really just want to get done with this.
Yeah.
And then I guess next weekend we can tackle the valve body and the Corvette servo, but those are worlds easier compared to this stuff. This has detailed instructions. This is just us fucking around.
We're doing it.
Yep, we are doing it.
We still have to install whatever this is to the pump.
I know what that is. That's the where it's too late for that.
Wait, no, it goes in there.
No, this part right here. This one goes in there. Yeah. Remember before that was the what is it called? The input drum reinforcement. You remove that to get to it. That one in particular, that is for the input. It had those grippy things or whatever those are and everything. Yeah.
Get piston. Oh, that's fucking big.
Yeah. Anyways, we're going to continue with this. We didn't use the whole refresh kit. We're going to try, doing it anywhere we can when we have. But really, there's just so much shit. So we're going to go ahead and continue with this, and we'll be back. All right, guys. So got that in. Turns out we needed that planetary that we had accidentally set in here. I mean, it goes in here, but it just wasn't supposed to go in yet. Now I got that all lined up. We got the C-clip on. That was a hassle because Vince had to hold the bottom, push it up while we did that. But now we have the challenge of dropping this in. All these clutches need to be lined up on those splines. Right now they're really lined up. So hopefully maybe we can just drop it down. But it's going to take some dropping and wiggling and stuff. So we're going to go ahead and do that now and update you. We're probably not going to record it. Just going to show you. We've been doing that all night. So we're just about done. Once this is in, and I think the reverse is in, I think we're going to be done for today.
Yeah.
All right, guys, I think we're going to be done for today. We're this close to being done. Basically, what's giving us trouble is lining up the drum here, basically right in there where the servo activates it. And then right here, there's also a solenoid that would activate it. Lining these up while also dropping the input shaft with the, clutches, all the clutches. It's a real hassle because you also have to line up all the clutches, and this drum band is getting kind of beat up, so we're just getting frustrated. We don't want to, mess it up or do anything. So, and we're pretty much done with this portion anyways, so we're gonna leave it off here, come back next weekend. But this thing has all new clutches now, has a new bigger band. And now we're also going to be doing the shift kit next weekend and Corvette servo. And this thing's ready to be cleaned up and painted and bring the Trans Am over here and finally do that swap.
Yes, sir.
This was, doable. This is our first time, so I'm sure if we were doing another one, we'd be, better at it. We just need to know this. Tell us in the description or in the comments what we're doing wrong, or give us some advice on how to do this. We'll probably just look up some videos, but it's really hard to line up this. This is not wide enough. It needs to be expanded for that to fit through it, or this to fit through it. Otherwise, the reverse shell or whatever you call this gets caught on it. And if this lifts up, it messes up the splines for the reverse gears. And we also have to be able to drop it to line up the splines at the bottom.
His buying and butt.
The floor is all slippery from transmission fluid. Gotta clean that up. But I think that's gonna do it. Definitely be sure to like, subscribe, and comment down below.